when you're doing a presentation or like a report, like 报告 in class, when you're doing slides, have you like tried to type all the sentences? Maybe you did, or maybe you did not. Maybe the audience will like it, or maybe it's the other way around. But it depends on your purpose. But it's always better to leave it simple. So just something, food for thought, something to think about. Okay, let's talk about relevance. What does it mean by relevance? Like, there are two kinds of relevance: design and speech. Relevance design, well, looks like there is a problem with this one. Again, Toastmasters International, 3 bullet points, a lot of important information, but this thing ruins everything. So how can we fix this? Well, 2 ways. The first one is change the introduction of Grasmat or we change the picture like into an appropriate one. Like this one, now that looks better. Because these 2 are related elements. And by doing this with images, it does make your design professional. So the second tip is relevance in design. Let's give a picture to the sample lecture. The sample lecture is the one I just introduced a while ago, how to attract your audience. This is the simplified one. And to make it effective, let us find a relevant image. And let's put it over here. The first choice is a picture of a book. The second one is a famous TV series like 犀利人妻 The Fierce Wife. And the third one is a great number of audiences clapping. Like among the 3, which one do you think is the best? Maybe for this one, I would like to ask. Well, the answer is simple, but state your reason. I would like to invite. I'm sorry, what's your name again? Richard. Richard. Oh, Richard. Okay, I would like to invite Richard. Yeah, you may come up to the front if you want to. Among the 3, which one do you think is the best, and why?
Personally, I recommend the first one because I don't think this. First of all, I'm gonna break these 2 pictures down because this one doesn't have any correlation with the content.
In a second.
Yeah, and the third one, they get people like they're happy. But I think if you want them to think about what you just said, you want them to feel what you want to say, I think the correlation isn't enough. That's my opinion.
Richard prefers the first one better. And of course, there is no correct answer for this one. But my original thought is the third one. Well, this is my opinion because I think that attract your audience make the audience think that this is a good speech. And a good speech is of course, or a good presentation is of course going to make the audience clap after when it's finished. So this is my thought.
I would like to know that the reason why you choose this picture because I'm not confident if I can find the relevance between the picture and the title. Because it's obvious that the 4 bullet points have little relevance with this picture. So I think on the 3 pictures that you mentioned just now, I think neither of them are appropriate. If we can put someone like Obama or Kelly Clarkson, maybe it's more suitable for them because I can found that the person has the charisma to do 4 things at the same time. So it's kind of more convincing to us.
Okay, thank you, April. She stated, well, it's a great idea too. Maybe none of these 3 pictures may be suitable for this one. But yeah, it depends on your thought and what you think of what the audience is going to like. So for slide design, there isn't really a correct answer, but there is a preferred answer of yourself and the audience. So let's continue. should, well, of course, there may be like obviously ridiculous ones like this one, which I don't think anyone is going to accept when placed in this slide, of course. So, yeah, for relevance in design, like ask yourself whether the words, content, fonts, and images are relevant or not. Like in this one, the second tip, are the words and contents relevant? Let's refer to the first principle first. In a single slide, I try to talk about the same topic, of course, for relevance, and at the same. Oh, wait a minute. For words and content, yeah, like think about whether the content and the words are talking about the same thing. And for fonts and images, like think whether like which purpose are you trying to serve for this slide. Like this is a formal font, this is a fancy font, this is a relaxing font, and this is a childlike font. It depends. Childlike, not childish. Childish is a negative word, but childlike is actually okay. So it depends on your purpose, like which font are you going to use, and is this relevant in your design? And of course, there are more fonts, and there is actually an introduction and description about the fonts design behind if you start on the internet or when you download special fonts too. And for images, like there are 3 pictures here, but are they relevant? Based on my opinion, I think this one is not as relevant image compared to the other 2, because these 2 pictures focus on the object, like the ball. On this one, we can see something else, like the grass, the sock, the shoe, and the soccer ball. So I think a better design when we're trying to have this shown in the slide is to use same objects like that, and that is going to look more professional. How about the relevance in speech? We talk about relevance in design, like are the content, images, and the title related? And if they are, how about these slides relevant to your speech? This is my opinion, and this is how I did it before. Like, ask yourself, do you need the slides for this speech or content? If you do, then ask yourself again, are the slides coherent with the content? If yes, then it's good. If not, maybe you need to think about it over again. Like this one, this is my C5 speech, and this is how I did it before. Like this is the screen, and this is my script. When I was delivering in this speech, I went through these sentences like sweets are taste bud cravings, if there is a candy for children and why not for adults. I look up over the books and I discover a new fantastic word. What is there? For this one, because it is more like image, so my opinion is maybe I can just deliver the word and let the audience free to imagine. But when it comes to this one, like my first stop, honey toast. Honey toast is something maybe not everyone has eaten or not everyone has known. So when I reach here in my speech, I show the slide conveying to the audience what the honey toast is. So I went over my second paragraph. My first love, honey toast, is a Japanese dessert by combining bread, fruit, ice cream, milk cream, and chocolate. It's sweeter than candy. I love it. It's indulgent, mesmerizing. If anyone asks me to recommend a dessert, the answer is honey toast. And then after I finish this line, finish this sentence, going on to the next one, like stress no Kuhan, I change the image to the other one. So this is about relevance in speech. Think about if you need to show something, maybe not slide, or maybe like we've discussed about what are different visual aids, like photos. Let's imagine this is photo, or like your picture, your postcard, or your costumes. Like, do you need that in your speech, and when is it good to show up? If you have an answer for that, then good. If not, maybe you can ask your peers, discuss about it, or ask some of your audience to express his or her opinion to make your speech the best. So, summary for relevance, there are 2 things I want to focus on. design, and speech. And let's go to the third principle. And before I go into the details of this one, I'm going to show a video clip first. Why do we need to visualize our slide?
So, we've dated 14 months, 3 weeks, 6 days, and 2 hours.